Hello and welcome to the 2v2 tournament. It's not sponsored by anything, so that's all it is. It's just the 2v2 tournament. Joining me, LG Height of Absurdity today, is Some Poor Soul and Teradus Bada. Right now we see Guts and Haji. Guts coming out with that Grand Mace, Haji with that Sword of War. That overhead taking out Ninja Cub. Diamond with that Warhammer and Kite Shield will be taking on Guts. If you can close that gap. Oh, they're both just flailing around wildly. Switch to the North Sword. Some nice stabs landed.
Got a couple of stabs coming with that Warhammer, though.
Yep, he was so low that some stabs would take him down. One more stab would do it, but he goes with the overhead instead. This is the best, or the first to 7, and it looks like double fisting, comprised of Dr. Diamond and Ninja Cub, have landed first blood, with Guts and Beats on the tail end of that.
I kind of get the feeling that might have ended a little bit sooner, had there been more overheads and less stabs with that hammer.
Yes, most definitely. The stabs on the Warhammer does much less damage. Oh, the jumping front kick by the Sword of War user. Haji with a nice combo getting around the side of him, and then Guts just showing the power of that Grand Mace with that strong overhead.
Do you see what happened there? They had the opportunity to double team, but he saw that the Vanguard was coming back into the battle, went ahead and took care of it, knowing that his teammate had the other guy. Pretty good.
Yep, and the two people couldn't really, or the teammate of the individual that got kicked was afraid to collapse down on Haji Beats, because he knew that there was a giant Grand Mace right behind him. So, really nice initiate. Oh, you see the Warhammer initiating this time, exchange blows, but he doesn't block any of Guts' slashes, and Guts just cleans up.
Does it seem more as though the Sword of War player, Beats, is playing mostly as a distraction, allowing for that Grand Mace to just clean up, hitting people in the back? It's just a lot of damage to be ignoring.
Yeah, it's really funny because you saw in the ESL 2v2 tournament someone even using a maul and just using the slower, more damaging weapon as more of a threat to distract and allow the more mobile to go up. You see again, Beats initiates, gets some damage on him. This doesn't look like it's going quite as well for them. Dr. Diamond with that actual step. Oh, and then the overhead taking out Ninja Cub. Beats cleans up. Double fisting seemed like they threw that one pretty hard, and goes down 1-3 versus Beat and Guts.
Not seeing a lot of parrying going on, just a whole lot of combos.
Yep, Beats going in there, and for the double fisting side, Dr. Diamond going in there, and after that, it's just a flurry of death.
It kind of serves them right too. I mean, they can do the most damage. You've got one of them with the Vanguard, and you've got a 2-hit weapon on both.
Yep. 2 1v1s for the most part, but then Ninja Cub switches over with that nice stab, and now it's up to Haji Beats to take them both out. The stabs from that Warhammer setting him up for that bill hook, and it looks like double fisting shows that first round wasn't a fluke, and they're back in this 2-3. That bill hook is such a fast weapon since the first content update, since they lowered the windups on it, and it's basically become the replacement for the people that really liked the speed of that halberd before.
And if you've seen what happened in Spawn, he went ahead and waited for Diamond to go first, leading the initiation, and that speed flinched from behind.
Yep, and just as they did that round, although Haji waited a little longer, Guts waited a little bit longer after they initiated on Haji, and that Grand Mace, my god.
Did a number on him, definitely.
Yep, they did a number on Haji, and just when he was about to fall, skadoosh! All sound effects copyrighted. Okay, looks like they're going the same strategy this time. Waiting, communicating, making sure that they're right by each other. The opening kick, you saw that before, but that Grand Mace doesn't take advantage of it. That slash hitting both of them, though. Now it's the bill hook and the Sword of War fighting. That Grand Mace takes out that Warhammer over on the side and Beats with that nice stab on the Ninja Cub, who's distracted by the impending giant dildo of doom.
Some really good teamwork going on with IA right now. Every time that they see a back, they're not standing idle. They're swinging. It's really good teamwork.
Most definitely, and they're setting up these engages really nicely. They're focusing their targets really nicely. These have really come into a 2v. Each match seems to open up with a 2v1 more or less, and then they devolve into 2 different 1v1s. As you're seeing, is happening here again. The Grandmaster versus the Billhook, but now Haji tries to sweep over to help out Guts. It's too late though. Guts with the stab on that Billhook's parried by Haji. Oh, and then the nice stab around gets right around the right side. That Sword of War getting around the right side of those weapons is very strong. Dr. Diamond out of stamina does get destroyed by Beats.
For a while there, he was rotating them both around so that the hammer user, just Diamond, did not have an opening to go in, constantly shuffling around with the Vanguard in front of him. That was good play, good footwork.
Yep, and just one more, and they will be the ones taking this contest and advancing on. Let's see if this can do anything. We actually see a switch from Warhammer to Sword of War. They liked what Beats have been doing, and now they both double team the Billhook user, although he got some nice parries on both of them. His partner did go down, but now it's a 1v1 Ninja Cub versus Guts. Guts is a little bit hurt. Oh, and the stab from Ninja Cub there, not out of this yet, going down up closer, 3-6, but they're going to have to win the next 4 contests in order to take this. A tall order, but they're not out of it yet.
Can't underestimate that Billhook. That speed increase is amazing.
Yeah, he's been
Get
really
the opening and he takes it.
Yeah, and he's really been using the stab a lot and favoring that, especially against these shorter ranged weapons.
Keeping the two-handed weapon set up.
Oh, but he also stays consistent with getting Grand Maced fairly easily. Now it's back up to Ninja Cub. The swap to Norse Sword just because it's faster and because you can get more damage into it in a shorter period of time. The interrupts pairing with the Sword of War, and it looks like IA will take it. Beaten Guts, 7-3.
Well played. Those were some nice engagements.
Yep, and now we will be going to get the second match, which will be Caliburn versus Resurrected. Caliburn comprised of F Zaxo and F Mania, and then the Resurrected pairing being represented by Severian Holo and Sibborn, I believe. Any predictions here for this next one, Bada?
I'm gonna go with the F team. Now that's just because I'm not familiar with these resurrected guys, but I think, like I said before, I wouldn't count anybody out in 2v2s.
Okay, looking to get this next 2v2 underway. Let's look at what classes they'll be using. Knight and Vanguard over for Severian Holo and Signor.
That's a mirror setup, alright.
Yeah. Let's see what weapons they're employing. It looks like over on Mania and Zaxo you have Mania wielding that Claymore, Zaxo with that longsword.
The longsword is an interesting pick. Definitely don't see that very much in North American play.
No, you see it all over European play though, which is very interesting. You see the Sword of War and Billhook, a more traditional North American combo, coming over on the Agathian's Resurrected side. Both of them looking to see where the engagement's going to happen. Ooh, that Billhook catching his own member there, Signor going down, and Severian Holo following quickly after him. Very interesting. You saw a lot less of a clean engage and initiate from one team, and they seem to just be footworking around for a little bit, and then when one of the, I believe it was Zaxo, went in further, they took it as, Resurrected took it as a sign to gang up on him, and just allowed Mania to clean them up.
You definitely have to take care of that guy quick. When you get that 2v1, you have to take him out fast, because there's another person coming at your back.
Yeah, the difficulty is that the Billhook and the longsword actually aren't able to two-hit a knight, so even though they both got hits on him, they wouldn't be able to go down. But this is a much better engagement for them to take down Mania. Now that Billhook in Sword of War were going at Zaxo. Zaxo beating him bloody, not down yet. Takes out Signor. Oh, he's going for the kick. Oh, one more kick and that might have killed him, but he might not have the stam for it. They're going for a trade anyway, and Severian Solo showing the stab on that Sword of War, just the power of it. Not like he needed much power to take out that bloody mess, but... And that will even it up at 1-1.
See, I would honestly say that when you have that 2v1 situation and you have one of your people who is one-hittable, back off a little bit and heal up, just to guarantee the 2v2 and not force it into a 1v1.
Most definitely. That's what is generally seen to be proper procedure for most teams. You see the slash from the Sword of War getting parried. Another slash. Wow, lots of slashes from that Sword of War. Its weakest
He breaks off.
Yet the longsword of Zaxo does break off, gets a nice hit down onto that Vanguard, and then goes back and takes him down when Signor tries to go out and take out the Vanguard's back. Nice stab, feints, and just gets around him. Nice flank over on
Interesting idea. He switched to the Flames Mace, and I wonder why he did that.
I'm not quite sure either. It seems like he would put himself at a disadvantage. The range of the weapons over on the Mason side would probably, yeah. Maybe he figured that just he could use a shield or something to that extent to better repel two attackers, but...
See, I would say that would be a good idea before the most recent patch.
Yes.
Either of them could be kicking you.
Most definitely. Right now, I find in my 2v2 scenarios it's much easier to just hopefully parry one and use that strong counterattack to...
Oh, he hit both of them with that left click. That was nice.
Up, and now it's down to Sword of War versus Longsword. Going around on the left with that stab, then on the right with the stab. He's just got Severian just parrying everything, not really utilizing any offense. Nice little exchange there, no one taking any damage.
Zaxo got a stam though. Oh, nice. You hear him gasping, that was the last bit of stamina he had.
Are you sure that was Zaxo, not Sev?
I'm almost positive that was. I heard the gasp and then he paused for a moment. Although there are weird stamina issues that go on with this game currently.
Yeah, stam transfer, everyone's favorite bug.
Yep.
Although there is a lot of competition for that favorite bug position. Looking at the score, it is 3-1. It looks like the Resurrected is going to have to come up with something a little bit stronger to get these guys down. Some stabs, shifting targets constantly, but Signal gets caught in the back, doesn't keep track of Mania as well. Oh, Zaxo taking out Mania, helping out Severian Holo's time. Now some slashes.
He takes the time to emote. Oh, nice. I apologize. Thanks. That's great.
It is, of course, one of the most viable tactics right now. Borderline OP. What I've been finding really interesting, too, is the surprising amount of stabs coming out from Zaxo. It makes sense that if he's wanting to use the longsword in that way, that he'd want to choose it over the Sword of War.
You see, look at how they engage. F-Team is going in side by side constantly, while Resurrected is bunching up in the center. Maybe this early fanning out is just allowing them to get more 2v1s.
Yep, and the fact that F is targeting that Vanguard first, if they targeted the Knight, the Vanguard might be able to roll out faster with this longer range weapon and superior mobility, but the Knight with that short little flange mace isn't able to get around in time and actually hits his own person on the back.
I think I take it back. Maybe they're fanning out because they're a little worried about the TKs.
Yeah,
it's 2 TKs in a row now. They really need to calm that down if they want to keep on top in this game.
Team damage is best damage.
Right. Going back to the Flames Mace setup here. Interesting. Completely outranged by everyone.
Ooh, a nice longsword stab on the back. Oh, and Mania combos, and now it's back down to that Flames Mace and Kite Shield setup. But then you can see that alt slash coming down from Zaxo. Mania saying it's okay. Well, I'll take him out even if you just slash me for no reason.
Well, you see the tactic going on here with the F clan is pretty much attack and then move out the way, attack and move out the way, and they're just, it's an onslaught of swings coming at the enemy. It's working, definitely, but there are some drawbacks in that if you're not paying attention to your surroundings, you will hit your teammates.
Yeah, both of them utilizing a lot of slashes, which makes sense why they'd be going with this more European setup. The Sword of War and the Billhook, superior stabbing weapons, but the slashes on them not quite as good as the counterparts used over on the F-Clan. Lots of overheads right there, though. Mania finally gets a stab, finishing off that combo, and once again he slashes, hitting his teammate and the opponent, but I'd say worth it if you can get that dead guy. And one more, and they will take it. It is 2-6. Mania and Zaxo distributing their kills rather evenly between the two. Zaxo, of course, dying less.
And we're not seeing much slow engagements so far. Most of these are very, very quick. Size up your enemies and engage.
Yeah, these are going much quicker than even the duels. Ooh, a nice little hit there on the Vanguards. You see that Sword of War stab, but then he turns his back, barely blocking Zaxo. Over on the left-hand side, you see Mania take out Signor, and then once Severian turns to look at what's happening over there, Zaxo comes in. Lots of it is just keeping track, spatial awareness, and trusting your partner. If you have to keep on checking on your partner, you're going to get hit in the back. And it's
a unique issue going on for them, too, and they said it earlier, with Zaxo having audio problems. They're playing without voice right now, without team communication, so it kind of says a lot for how they're moving with each other.
Most definitely, and that's actually going to wrap it up for these two different bouts. It looks like IA's team of Beaten Guts is going to advance, and Faucheur's clan team is going to advance as well.
Righty.
So join us next time. Hopefully next time this will be streamed and you won't be having to go onto YouTube to do this. So we'll actually see this next match. Let me get the bracket and the schedule up on the screen real fast, because they're actually coming rather soon. Yep, as you can see, these two matches in Group 1 are what we just watched, and the winners of those two matches will be going head-to-head on Wednesday at 8 p.m. The next matches that are going to be happening tomorrow is we will have PPB and Kamikaze Crushers. I'm not too familiar with PPB. I think they might actually be located in Denmark, so I'm not sure if they're actually going to be able to ping correctly, but that's going to be happening tomorrow, as well as a couple of the Group 4 matches. You have Now You're a Man versus Twins, or the Twins, and then the winner of that match versus Don't Mace Me, Bro.
Great team names all around.
Yeah, really the team names are really what's going to win this thing. Of course, whoever was uninventive enough to just put Enteritus or Enteritus 420, obviously going to lose. That's not creative at all. If you're looking at the bracket right now, we can actually see that going to expand this view a little bit. Okay, so we can see now down here Beaten Guts will be advancing to this spot, and then Resurrected will be staying here, and Caliburn will go to this spot as well. So they are 2 matches away from those finals. So join us next time. If you want to ever look at the schedule or the bracket, it's on the Shiv tournament forums. So just go to the Shiv forums, look at competitive play tournaments, and it's the only 2v tournament there.
The brackets are right there at challenge.com/2v2shiv.
Exactly. So hope to see you next time, and hopefully next time it will be a live stream. Adios. Bada, any shoutouts before you leave?
Team 420 Swag for Jesus will win.
We don't support that propaganda here, so we're gonna have to cut this off. I'll just edit this part of the video out. This is horrible. Alright.
Bye-bye.
Adios. P.S. Sister and Dog's gonna win.